Welcome to episode 5 of Quarantine Conversations. My name is Vianey from Soul Spiral Wellness, and today our special guest is myself. So today I wanted to talk about mental health, being that the month of May is considered Mental Health Awareness Month. And with everything that's been happening globally so far, it's more of an appropriate time to talk about things in regards to our mental health and our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, and more so our spiritual well-being. You know, this time has definitely been one of the most challenging times in our lifetime for many of us. It has definitely taken a toll on our mental and emotional states due to all the fear that we've been receiving from this global pandemic. Now, one thing that I want to state is that it's okay for you to feel fearful. You know, a lot of times many people fail to realize that they are operating out of fear. And I think now more than ever it's prevalent that this situation that we find all ourselves in, where the entire world is operating out of fear. And the question is, what can we do for ourselves to be able to move in the opposite direction and focus more on love, focus more on the positive energies, even though there's so much negative energy surrounding this entire situation. And what I do want to say is that it is up to you. It is up to you to make the choice. When everything else is crumbling all around you, you can do whatever it is that you need to do to ground yourself, to anchor yourself, to stay connected to spirit, to stay connected to the divine, and to know that all of this is happening for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of Mother Earth, even though it's hard to possibly see that in our future due to being blocked by all of what is bombarding us, especially on the news. And I'm going to focus on using codes, just because we know that a lot of news are being censored these days, especially the news that goes against all the fear-based news that we've been seeing on the television, hearing on the radio, and on our social media. So be very cognizant of what's going on apart from what you're seeing and you're hearing right now. It's very, very important. And especially because this is Mental Health Month, if you feel the need to take a break from your social media, if you feel the need to just unplug, not hear any of that for right now, then go ahead and do that. A lot of people are feeling very, very anxious these days. Depression is one of the main things that people are feeling right now. We're feeling constricted, we're feeling like I can't do anything, I don't know, like you're losing your sense of identity due to your freedom being taken away from you during this time. So one of the things that I would definitely recommend is for you to write down some of the things that you're feeling during this time and just reflect on it. Something else that you can do is definitely develop a meditation practice or follow a specific guided meditation from a master or a guru or someone who is well versed in the area of meditation. The next thing that I would definitely recommend is for you to go out in nature, even if it's just in your yard, even if you're just hearing birds chirping. Just take in everything that you're hearing that can bring some sort of positive energy and positive light into your life. And I want you to know that this too shall pass. This is just a phase. And I know that, with every great change in life, in your personal life, if you've experienced anything that completely flipped your life 180 degrees around, you know that you being that person on this end will never go back to being that person you were prior to those things happening in your life. Likewise, the same goes for everything that we're facing here on earth. So please do learn to accept that things may not go back to the way they used to be, and understand that the term new normal that you're hearing right now is not what we're currently experiencing. This phase is a transitional phase. This is not our new normal. Our new normal is on the way. But this transitional phase that we're experiencing right now, please, I'm begging you, please know that you should not accept this as your new normal. Wearing a mask is not your new normal. We need to transition out of this phase to be able to go into another phase of life on earth that will bring a lot of good. But as with everything, we are living in a dualistic world where good and evil are on opposite ends. We live in a world where we experience polarities. And if you don't accept that we live in this, within these two polarities, then you'll always be experiencing suffering. You will always be feeling like the world is against you. But we need to find our center point between these two polarities so that we can understand that the bad is working for the good and the good working for the bad, and that they are one in the same. And I know it's easier said than done, and we're all here on our journeys in understanding that and accepting that and learning how to move beyond that. But for now, we need to know that this is not our new normal. This is a transitional phase. So do what you need to do right now to improve your emotional state, to improve your mental and spiritual well-being. Get in tune with yourself. Sometimes we need to remove different layers, a lot of layers of conditioning, of things that we've learned over the years from our childhood all the way into adolescence and into adulthood. All of these things that we're basically a programming system. We're being programmed to learn things. We're being programmed to relearn things and to readjust, and that is what life is all about. So whenever you're feeling depressed, and I know there's so many ranges of feeling depressed, I for myself have experienced that, and I've experienced a lot of anxiety in my life as well. And I just want you to know, if you're someone who has experienced that or had no idea that that is what you're feeling, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. And from my personal experience, as of a few months back, I was told by a physician that I had seasonal anxiety and depression, and I was given medication to help treat the condition. And I knew the power of my mind. I understand that your mind can work for you or it can work against you. And during that phase of my life, it was working against me. And there's a reason why we as humans are born with free will. There's a reason why we as humans are born with willpower. We have the power within us to redirect, refocus all the energy in our body to work for us. And it is a constant task that you need to implement in your life, and it takes great discipline. But I'm only here smiling and gracefully smiling. I understand too that even people who are depressed can smile. It doesn't mean that you're happy. But I'm at the point where I'm genuinely happy. And I did not even open those box of medications. My medication was, is, and will always be meditation. And sometimes we need to go all the way into the darkest parts of our minds to be able to come out on the other side and be able to bring them into union. And so it's so powerful. I can attest to meditation being such a powerful tool in our lives. You know, just taking 5-10 minutes in the morning, 5-10 to 15 minutes at night to reboot yourself, to clear the mind, and to really focus on what really matters right now. And the same goes with anxiety. There are different levels of anxiety that people experience, but also it has to deal with so many thoughts occurring at a faster rate in your mind. And sometimes you get so into your head that you can't focus and you can't see what's happening in this present moment. And so meditation can also help you to come back into the present moment, understanding your breath, understanding the power of focusing on what's here and rather than focusing on what's here. So for this month or even for a week, I would encourage you to sit with yourself, do a breathing practice, get in tune. You will start to learn that your thoughts are not you and you are not the thoughts. You're just observing them. They come and they go. And the more that you develop that practice in your life, you will start to see so much clarity and so many things that you've been wanting to do and experience. You will be able to do it. I pray and I thank you for tuning into this episode. If you have not watched our previous episodes, please go ahead and do so. And I will be posting up another series later on. This is the last episode of Quarantine Conversations. And may you take with you all that resonates and discard the rest. Namaste. Sending all of you so much light, so much love, and healing during this time.